title of this mini podcast is A Bicycle Built for Two. Did you ever see the guy in the circus on a unicycle? What an amazing feat of frenetic balance to witness. Sometimes you're also treated to juggling and other antics from the circus unicyclist. It's quite entertaining and quite difficult to do. At the end of his performance, the unicyclist hops off his seat, jumps to the ground, takes a bow. It's a relatively short performance. Contrast that with the two-wheeled bicycle rider. He too has learned to ride, but it's not as arduous a balancing task as it is for the unicyclist. He doesn't have to work as hard because he has two wheels. We all have a unicyclist, a flashy part of us that wants to thrill and be noticed. If that need to be noticed becomes all-consuming, we'll tire ourselves out on this one-wheel ride in order to keep the adulation coming, and we eventually fall. The balance that comes from having two wheels is the advantage of being human. You have a human wheel and a spiritual wheel. The human wheel works in concert with the spiritual wheel to provide a smoother ride. This ride will also run into things that may knock you off balance, but not as often, and it's easier to get back up on this bike and continue the ride. If you live your whole life on one wheel, your balancing act will take up most of your energy to preserve the illusion that you're in control of your life. Our unicyclist doesn't recognize there's another part of us that gives us the equilibrium that all riders need. As long as we're ignorant of that part of us, balance in life will be a struggle. As the bartender on an episode of Law and Order once said, maintaining ignorance is hard work. Riding and hiding is what our conditioned self-image sometimes does. It puts its focus on the thrill and hides from the truth that it's not in control. Depending on your ego for energy is much like the new battery-powered electronic gizmo that you bought. Once it's out of the box, the battery is only partially charged, and it only lasts so long until you plug it into the recharger. The human recharger is the spiritual part of you, the part of you that you tap into when your thinking mind gets quiet. Once you discover it, you no longer have to try and manufacture energy in your life. Now, the allure to leave home and join the circus is short-lived because you realize that no one can survive on a diet of cotton candy. If you're out of balance, chances are you're still on the thrill ride and surrounded by clowns. Make the effort to find your spiritual wheel and your balancing act will be over. Then you can pedal your way down any path with the assurance that you have attained balance. All the best, John.